Hi everyone, this is Nick with ASUS, and today we're going to take a look at the ASUS Radeon R9 290X DirectCU II OC graphics card. So this 290X is the newest GPU architecture from AMD, codenamed Hawaii, and it is the highest end GPU available in the AMD 200 series. What you're going to get from this compared to the 280X, for example, you're going to go from a bit over 2,000 stream processors to a bit over 2,800. You're going to go from 384-bit memory to 512-bit memory, and from 3 gigs of memory up to 4 gigs of memory. So quite a step up, and let's take a look at what else this card has. Okay, so taking a look at the card here, on the back end we have the display outputs. We have 2 DVI-D connectors. We have an HDMI connector as well as a DisplayPort connector. Of course, you'll want to use the DisplayPort connector if you want to do your 4K gaming, as well as being able to power 4 independent screens at the same time. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the DirectCU II cooling system and the cooling technology behind it. So with the DirectCU II, what you'll get here, as you can see on the front, is 2 different types of fans. The first fan that you see here is a CoolTech fan, which gives it a multi-direction airflow. So you'll have the fan kicking out a bunch of air in different directions, and since we didn't want to put 2 of those together to conflict, on the back end here, you'll have an ASUS dustproof fan. So both highly reliable, highly efficient fans, and in combination with the cooling system, we have a 10mm heat pipe, as well as the block is about 1.3 times the heat dissipation area of the reference design. So all put together, you're going to have 20% cooler than the reference design and about 3 times quieter. So that's really going to let you get the most performance out of your card. Okay, so now let's talk a little about the power system on these DirectCU II cards. So at ASUS, we really engineer these cards from the ground up to be as reliable and powerful and try to give you the best performance possible out of your card. And what that comprises of on this card is our Digi+ VRM and our Super Alloy power system. So what that means is you're going to have a digital voltage regulator controller, and that's going to minimize the ripple and be more efficient and ultimately result in less heat. As well as on the Super Alloy power side, you're going to have solid black Japanese capacitors as well as the molded chokes, and that's really going to keep power noise down. So you're going to have a quieter experience, and you're going to have a cooler experience, and you're going to have a more stable experience when overclocking. Okay, so finishing up on the power system of the card, we can see that on the back here we have an 8-pin PCI Express power connector as well as a 6-pin PCI Express power connector. So you're going to want to make sure that your power supply can handle it and that you do have the appropriate connectors. And on the back end of the card, we see that we have the backplate to help protect it and give it a bit more rigidity when you install it in your case. Okay, so let's conclude with some of the stuff that this card comes with. So as you may have noticed earlier, on the top of the card, we do not have the Crossfire connectors anymore, and that's because AMD has gone with an XDMA solution, which is only going to go through the PCI Express bus now. Secondary, the card you can see is all black. It will come with 2 sets of stickers. So you will have your red and black stickers as well as your gold and black stickers to match both sets of ASUS motherboards, whether you have a mainstream series motherboard or an ROG motherboard. So on that end, very cool, you get to customize it, make it match your case and match your motherboard, make it look a little bit cleaner. Lastly, it will also come with our GPU tweak utility. So it has got GPU-Z integrated into it. You can go ahead and adjust core clock speeds, memory clock speeds, power target, and newly added within the last few months has been the ability to live stream your games. So you can go ahead and live stream out to your friends so that they can watch you game as well. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little overview on the ASUS Radeon R9 290X DirectCU II OC graphics card. This really brings a lot of performance to the table for the price, and it's going to be perfect for those that are going to be picking up their 4K monitors this year, since a lot have been announced at CES recently. This is Nick with ASUS, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video.